Alright, we got a Curse Seed here, and apparently this one broke somebody's win streak. Where is this? Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, so they said it broke their win streak. What else did they say? My notes are all messed up right now. Oh no, this is not one that broke a win streak. They just said that it was really the title was Never Have I Encountered a Run Quite as Scuffed as this one. So we'll just have to see. Penumbra is good if you got Gorge, kind of bad otherwise. Just Cause is a good starter. And Herzl Horde is okay. Kind of swingy on whether it will be good or not. And then we got Seraph of Entropy. Ugh, more mass. Hardest boss in the game, and then Damage Shield. So we got the two easiest bosses on the final ring and ring 6, but we got the hardest boss in ring 3. I mean, more mass is just, ugh. And especially in this combo, like, it could be annoying, to, like, there's not really much pings, you know? I guess we have a ping here, but, yeah, it's just hard to actually get the stats on that guy down. But, you know, if we can get, like, Prismal Dust for Damage Shield, that would be good. Starter cards are okay. You know, Interment Assault is what it is. At least it's some backline clear, and it can give you extra morsels. You have Morsel Master, so you have kind of an overabundance of morsels right now. We really hope to see Gorge Penumbra. If we don't get Gorge Penumbra, this could be a weak start. But, you know, probably just take, I don't know, would I take Architect or Trample? I guess we'll just have to see. Rising Rage is a little, it's not a good card with Umbra, but it's obviously a good card for Banished, so this one kind of depends on, you know, Banished banners, of which, I don't know, maybe we'll hit them, I don't know. Alright, see Glutton, take Glutton. That's about as simple as that is. Ooh, alright, well. Gauge is really good with Umbra. It's really good with Banish too, honestly. Banish has a lot of high cost cards, and yeah, almost certainly we'll just take that. And Chain of the Valkyrie just is horrible in my opinion, but sure. Very easy trial with the Gauge. Go up here, feed you with that, put you there. Also, Herzl Horde, pretty good with the Gauge, because you can get bad unit cost. You can get bad unit costs, and it's, you know, not so bad. Maybe I put this here. I need to make sure I kill this guy. Yeah, that's good. Damage. Put these here. I guess I can redraw that. Rubber Morsel is really good for Gauge. Take more of them. Just do this, I guess. 6. Could do that to kill one, I'm sure. Right, so just do that. Alright, easy ring 1, but that's expected with Gorge Penumbra. Alright, we take Mind Collapse here, I think. definitely not in Mortal Trade. Ember Drain is not so hot with the Volatile Gauge. Space Prism is just very overcosted with the Volatile Gauge for what it does. And Mind Collapse is good with the gauge, allows you to keep your turn going. And, you know, if we can hit some Merchant of Magics, there's obviously one we'll hit. You know, we'll be happy for that. Okay. Both Cleave and Divinity are very good. Divinity gets more Ember value from the gauge, but Cleave might just be a better card. You know, that's one fun thing about Gauge, is you just evaluate a card not on its cost, just on what it gives you. Also, the Ember is just so much easier to deal with Volatile Gauge. I have to imagine we take a Cleave. I mean, give a bunch of stats to Penumbra, and Cleave pretty much solves most of the game. Whereas Divinity is just kind of only good with specific units. We could really go either route here. Gorge Penumbra should be able to get through Ring 2, but I will say if we take a magic here, we probably need to hit the steel. The arms is a little too risky to go into more mass with, because it just, you know, obviously you could high roll like the Glutton Maw or something like that, but if you don't get that, it's often not giving you too much. I mean, we are Herzl Horde too, though, so it's like I kind of want to hit a Merchant of Arms. I guess, and I don't know, the magic, it's like, I would probably rather have a banished unit rather than an Umbra unit. You know, right now the Just Causes aren't super useful to me, but if I get like a shifting unit, that could be good. Or I could just get a good self-sustaining tank. You know, Firebrand would be ideal, but the Avenger would be alright too. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much upgrades I'd want other than Holdover or Permafrost on Cleave. Both would be great. Although Permafrost is a little tricky with Gauge, but since it already has a built-in cost reduction, the worst you could ever get is a 2 cost. Plus 10 damage on the Mind Collapse would be good. Plus we do want to kill Entropy backliners, so like, I don't know, if I can... A lot of this run I may want a good Cleave for, but I don't know, I got a magic here with a that's absolutely getting hit, so I got the Empyrean Well. It's not like I need to. If I'm basically hunting for Holdover or Permafrost. I could dupe a Permafrosted Cleave. I wouldn't really dupe a Holdover Cleave. So you know, it's not like I'm prepping, doing an early super good prep, because there's no double stack in my deck, no consumer move, nothing good like that. So the magic has less value, but at the same time, the steel doesn't have much value either. Right? Like the Morsel Master really just doesn't use anything other than plus health or damage shield very well. And you know, if I just get more, the Umbra units are hit and miss. We focus all of our gorges toward Penumbra, and right now, because of Gauge, we often may not really be able to support 2 floors worth of morsels. A lot of the time we can, though, but it just depends on how the Ember shakes out. Once we get an Ember upgrade, though, we'll be hitting more morsels, but you know, I suppose really what it should be is, if I want the Merchant of Arms, then I should hit the steel, because I do need to hit a steel before this guy. But if I don't want to hit the arms, or if I really want to hit the magic, then we'll go magic steel. That's what I'm thinking. We wouldn't want to go Umbra. I mean, I guess I could. I could go steel, Umbra, but it's a little risky. You know, I could completely brick over here. If it offers me like Morsel Master and Morsel Maker, then there's really nothing at the Merchant of Steel for me. Granted, a Morsel Maker is fine to add, but It's a pretty specific scenario though, but I don't know. Some of the other gorges might not be so good either. Like a Crucible Warden wouldn't be very good here. Crucible Collector would be fine. Crucible Collector would be pretty good. Alloyed Construct into Flesh Weaver is not so good, honestly. He's just gonna die. And I don't know, Shadow Eater could be good. Shadow Eater would be really good, actually. But maybe it's not a great answer to Entropy, but it is a good answer to everything else. Actually, very good into Flesh Weaver if you think about it. But I think we plan on hitting an Umbra either way. Like, I think if we go left, we're pretty inclined to hit a Steel and the Umbra banner. If we go right, though, I still could hit another Steel. But the arm... I need to think about the arms, like... I've been higher on Ring 3 arms lately, and, like... Shouldn't I be pretty about it, considering a Volatile Gauge? I can, like, make a big... I really should plan on hitting that arms, I guess. Because, yeah, I mean, we're Volatile Gauge as well, so I can merge equipment at, like, no cost to me. This arms is hittable, too. We do want to, like... And then that arms, too. Well, we're in no shortage of good arms nodes, though. You know, this one's good. We got a Alcove and an Armory with it. It's probably better than Banished Manor and all that. Not hugely better, but then the final one definitely we want to hit. So, like, I'm already probably hitting 2 other arms. Do I really need to hit this one if I'm going to hit those? Like, because, like, it is kind of hit or miss going into such a hard boss, whereas the Steel... I mean, there's technically a very low chance that I get Morsel Maker and Morsel Master twice, but that's so astronomically low that I feel like if I planned on hitting both Umbras, I could hit that once, but to hit it twice would be ridiculous, right? And then we're just trying to get stuff. But man, if it is going to be probably a loss if I hit these Merchant of Steels and I don't get an actual banner unit that can fight, like a Shadow Eater or a Crucible Collector. Like, I don't think if I'm offered, like, the Crucible Warden and Alloy that I'm getting through. I could probably do it with an Alloy if I get Large Stone and Titanite, maybe? Or Large Stone and Quick? Or Titanite and Quick? Whereas the Banished Banner, I mean, there's really no bricks at the Banished Banner other than maybe the Demonic Fledgling, but even the Demonic Fledgling, I could work with it because I have a lot of shift. I can cost reduce things. I mean, I guess even Intrinsic is okay. I mean, the nice thing about hitting the Banished Banner is, like, we have that early dupe. You know, I can set up a banished floor that I can overstack with Rising Rage. So then Intrinsic actually could be a good upgrade too. So maybe I am feeling the Merchant of Magic now a little more. Yeah, so Intrinsic, Permafrost, and Holdover are all really good. I'd have to specifically not get those 3 offered, and that's pretty astronomically low. Let's go left. Alright, we got Holdover. Perfect. Holdover Cleave is absolutely happening. Alright, those are 2 best units I could see here. Probably just take the Firebrand, though, honestly. It is... I'd have to dedicate some serious Ember, I think, to these shift cards to really make Battle Dancer work, which is not impossible, but this Firebrand just sits there and does stuff. That makes hitting this... Yeah, I think the fact that we got later arms that are fine, and the fact that I really do need to hit a Steel here... Now the Firebrand just opened that Steel up gigantically. I think we're feeling pretty good about that. I don't really need to spell chain anything. But I could definitely like Surge Stone one of these. Maybe I should have saved that gold going into the next steel though. I don't know. I guess Surge Stone's fine. We do have to deal with entropy at some point. -1 Ember is pretty brutal here, but we do need this gold. We can sacrifice some potential fire health. Like we got a strong enough setup here that I think we'll be fine. Do I leave space for this guy to eat morsels? Or do I just put the Shield Steward down? I think we want to let him eat morsels. Here's the catch-22. It's like, if they hit me, then, you know, I can, I think we still want to kill him. I don't get my Valor here, but I suppose that's okay. Bottom decking cleave, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, that's good. Be nice to get rid of that Ember, but we're like really bottomed it. We know we're getting cleave next turn, so I don't need to really deal with those. Just go to this. You can see why though. It's like, granted I have the Ember downgrade, but had this been an Umbra unit, they're only getting like one morsel a turn, if that. Let's go there and there. Nice. We're gonna destroy this guy. Morsel Master with a kill. Nice. Alright, this is almost certainly Prismal Dust. You could take a pack of morsels with the Calcified Ember attached. It's even less enticing though, and you know, into this fucking 30 attack guy. Easy choice. These cards are not the best. Well, I mean, Cleave's great, but I already have a holdover Cleave. But I could take another one, maybe. It's not the worst thing in the world. I suppose I would take another. I mean, it's positive. Windblade's takeable too, but probably less good. Alright, I'm pretty sure we go left here. I mean, I could really go either way. But I would it's basically impossible for me to miss right now with the Firebrand. It's like Titanite, Large Stone, Dualism. Those are the big three. And then even a multi-strike I would take. And who knows, maybe the banner, the Ambra banner could be good. Alright, it's multi. It's not really the one I wanted to see. Well, I would be curious to see actually now if that other Merchant of Steel was this exact scenario, because this is, honestly, it's not horrible. I'll just take the Morsel Maker. We are going to have a little more morsels than we know what to do with. I'm very tempted just to re-roll here, but you know, if I re-roll and it's like Endless plus Smidge Stone, or that would be the worst scenario. I mean, everything else would be good. You know, there's 5 other choices and 3 of them are amazing. But you know, 3 of them are better than multi-strike. So Like, I am tempted to just roll here. Because if I take the multi-strike and roll, I cannot afford what comes out. Kind of sucks that the Heartstone isn't there, but we could just take damage shield if we need it. Yeah, the worst case scenario is that of the 5 possible big upgrades, I get specifically the 2 that aren't good. And if that happens, I don't know. I don't think Frenzy Stone on this dude is helping me that much right now because he's just not survivable right now. I really need those survivability based upgrades. I think we just roll this. Alright, we get Titanite. That's probably the best one we could hope for. Definitely not sad to see that. Are we hitting any other steals? Like, we could hit this one. I don't know that we will. I think we want to hit that arms probably. We could also hit that steel. But that's about it. Like, I am tempted just to give him damage shield, but it's not like super useful. We could leave that open. I could put damage shield instead on maybe one of these. Of course, we get a unit-based one. I don't know that we even take these, honestly. Like, this can be a pretty brutal blight. I mean, if it comes in at a 2 or a 3, you kind of have to play it. And half the time it does. And am I even gaining hardly anything for this side? We're just not going to take that. That's a brick and a half. Alright. Well, I think we should be good for more mass with that Titanite. Probably have to go mid with Penumbra, because the guy has 30 attack, and there's plenty of scenarios where I don't draw anything that can block that turn 1, and without the Penumbra we're dead, so we'll go like this. Go like this, or I could go like this. That is not horrible either. I think this, though, for beating the boss. Doesn't mean we can't play that, but whatever. Another thing I could do is move this guy up and then just cause Penumbra back forward. We'd obviously want to do this no matter what. And then I could cleave this. That doesn't seem to help me right now. I think I do get more value out of doing that play. Yeah, let's do that. Now I'm going to get a ton of gorges every turn. We should try to... Alright, we're going to go... It's going to cost us 7 potentially, but we need to get the damage on this guy down. Alright, good thing we added Surge Stone there. That makes our life a lot easier. The damage shield here would be kind of wasted. Here at least preserves a little bit. Or I could just feed him a Shade Splitter and wait on this. Probably wait on this for the boss, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's do that. I could even just move this guy up. There's no real reason to keep him on this floor. Is that 27? Damn. I just put so many resources into that. I mean, it's probably the turn I would do anyway, but... yeah. It sucks for taking a huge hit there. Bottom decking that cleave is certainly lame. Seven is not a great threshold. Man, it's so hard to get this guy's stats down. I don't know. Maybe I just need to not worry about his attack. Like, I need to keep my pyre health clean and actually focus on these other floors, I think. I don't know though, like... so ridiculous how strong the mass is. As much as I want to cleave here, I really got to keep my pyre health from going under. Come to 300. Could just move him up. That might be better. Yeah. Ah, 7. You gotta be shitting me, man. Foiled. Alright, we got him. Okay. 16 damage taken. Well, Kindle's always okay with Gauge. Tap. Tap is not untakeable. We're going to be taking double Ember upgrade, but it's a little rough. Tap on the Penumbra, though, could be good. Mitosis is also takeable, but you know, I just don't know if we're going to be combining Morsel Maker with Morsel Master all the time. Right now it seems like we would, because we don't have a making of Morsel, and Tumbra Assault is not a reliable way to get morsels, and the Shade Splitters are not really better than what Morsel Maker provides most of the time. The rubber morsels, ironically, are the best one. So in that regard, they're better, but I don't know. I don't know how good it is. I think Mitosis is much better when you know that you have the making of a morsel, or even like, I don't know, Grovel or something. They're not amazing. I kind of already have Furnace Tap with Cleave, and I even have another Cleave, so I don't think Furnace Tap's the call here. I'm thinking maybe Kindle. I mean, Kindle has some synergy with the Prismal Dust to some degree. Yeah, we'll just take the Kindle. I could take one more Morsel Master. I don't think I'll be dancing on this run. Then I know I can pair them together eventually when I combine Rising Rage with whatever, and then I can still put one with the Firebrand. I don't know if it's worth it, honestly. I think we just skip. I think we already have what we need. We don't need to fluff out the deck. The Cleave is kind of important to find. I think we will go to the right. We would love to like consumer move Prismal Dust or double stack it. Holy Stone could work too. Damn, another Surge Stone. Spell Chain Kindle is... I mean, I could just put that with Holy Stone. It's not that good of a play, but it gives you a ton of health. Because obviously you just play it twice. But that's my whole turn here if I want to do that. And we're already getting Pyramanes here, so the Holy Stone isn't that needed. I could take it here. Probably don't want it here, though. But I could. We don't get it at the end. 95. Yeah, it's like... That's like the whole turn if I do that. Not super excited about the prospect of that. I think we want a plus 10 anyway. I want to get a plus 10 on this Mind Collapse, so... I think we'll just try to do that. Actually gonna cost reduce a Shade Splitter. Alright, we get Double Stack and Permafrost. I think Double Stack for sure. The rest is not too important. Do we need money coming up? Not really. Let's do this then. We can just get one of these. Like that. I could actually... I didn't even really think about what I was going to Hellvent. I could just Hellvent the Firebrand, but it might make more sense to hit another Steel and then Hellvent it. Like, that makes me want to hit this Steel. It is really weird that we're not hitting Merchant of Arms, but I think that's okay. Could just Hellvent the Prismal Dust. It doesn't do anything for me right now. I'm kind of okay just Hellventing the Firebrand. Is that weird? Kind of magic there anyway. I might as well wait on the magic, if anything. Yeah, let's do that. Duplicate this. This is rough. Cleave should theoretically clear this, though. It's fine. Definitely need Penumbra up top. We'll go Morsel Master. I'll try to get the Maker onto the floor. Leave space here. I'll put this down here then. I should have put... What did I do? I should have put it down. Why did I not put it down? Playing so stupidly. Alright, we definitely want to keep this. Do this. You got the Cleave, so I'm not like too worried about things. I guess this is okay, because I can feed these here. We gotta keep this going. Eventually we're just going up top with Penumbra for these Cleaves, and that should solve this fight. Got that. We do have these, but the cost is unfortunately not so hot. Let's do this. That's fine. We should be fine up here. Could just put this here, but then I'm delaying like a turn. Should be fine. Move one of these guys up. No, I can't. I could. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see, I got 2 11s. Let's get the guy with the most up. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, we're through that. Okay, I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. These are probably skips. Can't really see any I mean, there's some world where I could do fancy prism retrieval stuff, I guess, but not really that needed. I could have maybe tucked the feast there. Shield of Winge, now that's really good. I mean, with the cleave, it's not that needed, but the cleave just becomes a multi-strike at that point. Like, I don't even care about the AoE to some degree, unless there's double tanks. Yeah, that's just really good on the Firebrand. If I'm going to hit a Merchant of Steel, this is probably the one to hit. I don't know how much I care about Merchant of Arms. I guess it still would be nice to deploy it, but I know for sure I'm hitting the one at the end. Of course, if I go to the right, Banished Banner's almost certainly not useful. And we're only really looking for... I mean, there's a lot of good... Since I did dupe the Firebrand, I can, you know, I have a plethora of upgrades I can kind of spread out, though. Like, Dualism, Multi-Strike, and Large Stone are all really good. It's pretty hard to miss on 3. And then the Artifact is good. Of course, if I go left, I can just deploy the Shield of Winge right now, which is pretty good to do. Also, would help to maybe try to just pair it with something, which would be nice. And then I could dupe that at the upcoming dupe. That seems like it's probably better than going to the Merchant of Steel, honestly. Then I can just hit that other steel. I don't really need to hit this Merchant of Magic. I'm going to hit this Magic anyway. Yeah, it's probably fine. Weapons, cash, I guess. I guess it makes sense. These are horrible, though. The Equalizing Rings and the Stoic Plate Mail, the worst things I get here. This is what I'm worried. I'm still iffy on Merchant of Arms because specifically seeing things like this. Let's take the check a look at the armory. All right, we could take another Winge, but the Boiler Room I'm liking more. We'll still. I don't know that I got much reason to take the weapons cache, honestly. If I'm only getting one... I don't even know if I'll re-roll into a useful equipment here, and then it's like all the way at the end. Whereas I could just... I don't know. I don't know that it's that useful. I think we'll just... Let's take a look here first. That ain't good. I mean, I guess I could put it on Morsel Maker, since he has damage shield. Somewhat positive. Otherwise, I would have skipped it. Alright, Twin Blade is certainly acceptable. I don't think we need the Blood-Soaked Arena. Yeah, let's just do this. Merge it. One sec, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know about the Blood-Soaked Arena. We're gonna have a kill room, and that's gonna be either Penumbra or Firebrand. And I'd rather just have the boiler room, honestly. So we'll just do that. I get rid of one of these. I'd say that was overall a successful node visit, though, even if that first thing was not so great. I'm just gonna put it together. That's not helping me, is it? Should have enough to take that out. Don't really benefit here. Might as well just get my Valor. We've got that, so we're doing good there. Yep, I think we got a good setup here. So far, Kindle has not been needed. I mean, I could save it, but I just don't really even want to bother with it, if I'm being honest. I don't even know if we need to keep Cleave and Holdover, honestly. I guess we could. I might as well just do this. Yep, that's a kill. It's nice. The Cursed Blade just kind of cancels itself out with the Valor gain, so I don't actually lose any attack. Grovel, Crucible Extension, Ember Forge. Honestly, all of them have reasons to exist, but I think I like the Crucible Extension here. It just allows me to feed some more morsels. It's really the main thing. Demonize with this is fine. Remove Consume. Now we can play that very nicely, and I can just permafrost this. That's fine. And the Hellvent on this. I don't even know if we necessarily need to roll here. We could just purge another card. I'm very tempted just to get rid of this, but I think I'll do that for now. 35 health should survive Kale. Getting all our good stuff in here. We'll still do this setup here. Might as well save that for a better turn. Just move that up. Nice. Give him one of those. No reason to put the extension here. Might as well just put it here. I don't know. Maybe I need to not pair them together. I could see maybe now putting the morsel maker mid starts to make a little more sense, I would say. Alright, probably as good as a time as any to do this. I'm just gonna put that there. We can just put this here. Another Kindle? Or a Wind's Radiance? Wind's Radiance. It's now or never with a steal. And plus we don't mind the health. Endless and Smidge, we don't like that. Void Armament. That could go on the Penumbra. Alright, the large stone, we can put that on one of them. Unfortunately, we can't double Titanite, but could just add some health to this other one and damage shield to that. And we really could just, yeah, we could wait on the Vortex. Let's go into this fight, I guess. Mark of Invasion. Well, This is an interesting one. I think we'll go like this then. It's going to be a little weird. I think this lesser firebrand is just kind of a throwaway this fight. Why did I do it like that? I don't know. Probably still want to do this. I can keep you alive if I do that. You'll get that. You'll live. Then I can get some stuff. Kind of want to do this just to remove this unit. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, that should do. Bye-bye. All right. Gem Trove. It's okay. It's not amazing. I will take it. Could take the Shield and Winch. I think I'd rather just maybe dupe the current equipment. I know, I only got the one dupe, but do I really need another Prismal Dust? Probably not. I don't know. I already got the Void Binding though. The Void Armament already kind of does the trick. Benediction could be okay. We could take that. And the final ring, we finally get this thing. Not that it really changes anything. probably just going to deploy the whatchamacallit. I should put something with that Void Armament too. Ooh, that's super good. Oh my god, so good. Well, we definitely like that. We don't even want jack strips. I could just merge the VT blade in. It's pretty late for that to be all that useful though. I think we can just re-roll this. I guess we can merge this. It's not amazing, but it's better than the BT blade at this point. I guess I can merge. I guess I can do this. It's fine. Let's just get rid of that. And that. That's fine. Alright. Should be smooth sailing from here on out. 50 health should be fine right there. Put the big boy down below. I think for this fight we'll still line these up together. You can have that. Should have started with this. It's fine. We have some potential damage woes here. But we should overall be fine still. Mind collapse. I should have just saved for the mind collapse. I do want to get this out of here though. Does this help me? I think it does. Wow, this guy's actually so sapped he's at 0 attack. That's kind of wild. Maybe I should be letting these hit me? I don't know. Up top I'm pretty fine though, and with the holdover cleave I have to imagine it's fine. Alright, I can kill that guy with this. So let's do this, get some damage in. Kind of an awkward turn, huh? Could just move this guy up. That works. I don't know. Just do this. At least want to get a, yeah, I guess this guy's just too sapped to do anything. Alright. Penumbra gets it done. Same setup. I do hope Penumbra doesn't have issues surviving here. I will say that. Honestly, I think for this fight, I will just go with Morsel Master with Penumbra. I think we need that. And then I'm gonna supplement this guy's stats. I think this works. We'll go extension up here. This is a not so great turn. Stack that shield. I don't know, he still has a lifesteal for 3 turns. Maybe it's more important that I just keep the guy down below alive. I could hit this guy, but I'm like thinking maybe in this fight it's better to hit this. Could also just do this, but then it could be a little awkward. I think this is better. Better. We can go like that. I actually misjudged. I guess top is dying the slowest. I don't think we need cleave anymore unless it works there, which it doesn't. So keep it going. Alright, got him. Yeah, so it wasn't too hard of a run. I mean, the only fight that, as predicted, that seemed kind of hard was the Fleshweaver fight. My guess is the submitter may not have gone Gage. We'll just have to see. Not that this is a run that needed Gage, but or even super benefited from it necessarily. Mainly the equipment and stuff, but as far as a horde as well, and there was weapon cache. So, like, there was ways around that. Yeah, we'll just see what they did. I'll take a look at what everyone did. So, man, I just don't agree with the chain of the Valkyrie over the Gage. Like, think of what you're most likely to get value out of, right? And granted, yeah, they can spam a few equipment here, but it's still a good deck, though. It's actually not gigantically different than ours, but what I will say is this deck, just looking at it, wouldn't it be better with Gage? I mean, you could have this Divinity, granted it's a one cost here, but you could have just double stacked it and done this, and it's pretty much a zero cost at most points, but also you could have just done a one Ember upgrade, and then it's replayable if the Divinity is, like, important. Taking Divinity over Cleave 2, though, I just don't know about that. There was obviously the other Cleave that came up, but I just don't see how Divinity is, even especially without the Gage. At least, okay, Maf got the Gage here. Respect. Similar merged equipment. Few differences on the rooms, though. But with the Ember and the Steward, that's always fine. Just sucks because turn 2, I don't know, turn 2 you still have the thing. This doesn't look massively different than ours. It looks quite similar, actually. They went with the Mitosis, though, ×3. Wow. I don't know about that. You're going to have more morsels than you know what to do with there, but that's fine. Especially, yeah, with the spell chain, but yeah, still fine. Double draw upgrade with a complete skip of the first artifact. I'm telling you, people are way too afraid of the Gage, man. People are way too scared of the Gage. And then, yeah, the submitter went with a chain. I mean, you still should have been able to get through it. We saw the other player win without Gage, obviously, but I don't know. Oh, and then we went Architect over Gorge Penumbra. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't see how Architect Penumbra is going to ever outdo Gorge Penumbra in Monster Train 2, unless you're, like, really sure that extra space is going to be useful to you. Which, I think we only saw, like, one Banished Banner. With that being the case, there's no way that Gorge should ever not be taken over Architect, in my opinion. Double Morsel Master. I still don't know about that either. And a Morsel Maker. Like, you gotta have... what? Okay. Oh, you know what, though? That might confirm my suspicion. That the double Umbra at the start actually had that low roll of having Morsel Maker and Morsel Master. twice in a row, which is astronomically low. So on that regard, I could agree with them that that's pretty scuffed. But you should have went Gorge Penumbra, because you probably still get through that fight with a Gorge Penumbra, because that thing's going to have ridiculous stats no matter what. But, yeah. I'd also say, yeah, I don't know about Endless here. I mean, maybe the thought here was that you're feeding one of the Morsel Masters. I've done stuff like that before in Monster Train 2. It's not unusable. Like, so I guess the plan here is like you could have fed this unit a bunch of morsels on the bottom floor or something, and then you can play it on each floor up during Relentless, which works. Like, I still feel like actually even this deck as is, looking at that, should have probably been able to get through. I'm telling you, this Chain of Valkyrie guy did... Okay, here's what I would say, though. Why are we taking Chain of the Valkyrie over Volatile Gauge and not hitting the Banished banner? You know? So it's like, that just doesn't make much sense. The Penumbra doesn't make much sense. Or the Archetype Penumbra, I mean. And like, sure, you got the Cleave. It would have been better with Gauge. Way better with Gauge. Any other choices? I mean, I like the Prismal Dust. I like the Mind Collapse. We actually have the same early draft choices, but yeah, I mean, if you're going to take the Chain, why are we not going to the Banished? So I just don't see how, you know, a pretty low amount of stats is going to beat out the Volatile Gauge, which, you know, if you look at, what is it? Banished. You know, there are all of these 2-cost cards, many of which are pretty good. These 3-cost cards, again, many of which are pretty good. And then the Death Metal Hymnist. Then you got your X costs. All of these are good with Gauge, right? And then same story for Umbra. You know, you got all these, you know, lots of these are good. I mean, Umberstone, Grovel, Glutton's Maw, maybe not Furnace Tap, but, you know, all that. And these Gem Trove specifically is pretty good here. Blazing Bolts is usable. Eruption sucks. Shadow Siege, that would have been something too. I mean, to some degree, all the banner units generally cost a lot too, which is good with the Gauge. And then just a gigantic amount of X-Cost cards, which, you know, the reason X-Cost is good with Gauge is because you're very often taking double Ember upgrades, so you're just able to pour more Ember into those things, but also you're able to see them with greater consistency since your draw is also upgraded because of the Gauge. And there's just no downside to it with the X-Costs. And most of these X-Costs are very good. Anyway, though, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.